Hey. Play on that. All right. We recording. Okay, so everybody, welcome to MillzSpeakz, and this is a collaboration episode that we got going on. MillzSpeakz with that girl called Boom, correct?
Yep.
That girl. Okay. Yeah. I want to make sure I got that right. So it's my good Judy from high school. No. Kindergarten.
Yeah.
First grade, whatever. Yeah. I think it's probably first grade. We probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so another Jamila. So I got Jamila, and you got another Jamila. I got MnM on ours, Millz and Millz. So yeah, a nice little mashup, because we've been trying to do this for about a year, probably.
Yeah.
And, we just couldn't get right, but this quarantine has helped because Zoom is real, and we'll just keep it pushing. And we'll do it like this. My podcast, The Read, they actually record like this. So, because they're in New York, but they haven't seen each other in months. So, yeah.
I did an interview via Zoom, and it worked out well.
Yeah. It's good. I like it. So far, so good. And no complaints at all, period. I will probably take the audio and add music when I upload and do everything that I do.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So, it'll have some kind of common theme, so from the previous one, but this is a straight up collab, so we're happy. So thank you, welcome, thank you for coming through and doing this.
Thank you.
Because I know it's a struggle. Yeah, man, I know it's a struggle. So all right, so let's just get right into it. New news, okay? Kamala has been chosen for Biden. Yeah. So I'm not gonna act like I'm mad, but at the same time, I'm not gonna act like I'm super excited either, because at the end of the day, I know, and I don't know how your listeners are gonna react to my terrible mouth, but niggas is ridiculous, and at the end of the day, we still gonna have this issue where it's, but she put so many black men behind bars, and she did this and she did that, and I get it. She's a prosecutor, so if she didn't do her job and she was trash, you'd have something to say.
Yep.
Does her job well, and now you still got something to say. So then, what can we do?
I haven't had a chance to dig into it yet. I mean, I saw the article when I was kind of scrolling on Facebook or whatever. I just haven't had a chance to read it. And I just I'm not real big on the politics stuff, because it's just, I get so confused, you know what I mean? It's like, which way do I go? So, I just, sometimes I'll read a little something and then I'll just stop, but yeah, I haven't had a chance to dig into it yet.
It's nothing to dig into, child. At the end of the day, these people are terrible. We really are looking at several bags of shit and saying, well, which one smells the worst, or the best, and it's like, at this point, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know which way we're more, which way is better for us as a people. Because honestly, for me, the whole system, the whole establishment, the whole thing has to burn, because it's all, the foundation's got cracks. You see what I'm saying?
It's all,
you know what I mean? Up. And so it's like, we're at a place right now. You see the unrest everywhere in the world at this point.
Yep.
The US is absolutely no different, and it's actually time for us to fall. It's been time for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it don't matter who you put in there, because we still going to be dealing with the same shenanigans over and over again.
And that's kind of how I feel, because I feel like whoever they put in, they're just going to be, they're cleaning up. They come in to clean up.
Yep.
It's going to take a while.
Yep. And my thing is, I know for a fact that Joe Biden is not it. And I don't think he's going to be able to make it 4 years. Not the way his health is set up. Not the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would almost have rather that wife run. I mean, she got it together. I swear. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, goodness. But you see how it went the last time when a woman tried to become.
Yep.
So there you go. Not that I was excited about that either, but that's another story for another day, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was just the latest news. I think my biggest issue, what did I put down here? I said that politics question. What did I write down? Oh, the real question. I can't read my chicken strike. The real question, because I was listening to the Breakfast Club this morning, and they were talking about how, and Charlamagne and Envy and them was kind of on this for a while now. But it was kind of like, well, if you don't pick black woman as your VP, you ain't winning. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And I was kind of at first I was like, well, guys, I don't know if that's 100% it. But then it's like when Charlamagne explained something this morning, he was like, well, it's not necessarily if he doesn't pick it with what I do. I'm going to do what I do. He was like, but those people who stayed home in 2016, who came out and voted in 2012 and 2008, those people need something to reinvigorate them to go to the polls. And I was like, okay, I guess you're right, because I guess it's not enough to get Trump out. It's just not enough.
It's probably not.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, especially if you feel like things are bad and couldn't get worse. You know what I mean? And given this circumstance with the pandemic, and a lot of people believe it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people do believe it. People like myself, who I was stressed about it for a while. Obviously, you know, my issues with my mother, so I can't take the risk. But at the same time, I just kind of want to get out and do things. But it's like, is it really worth it? You know what I mean? So who really knows at this point?
That's how I feel too.
So
it's definitely a pandemic.
Right. I mean, at this point, that's all it is. And then my aggravation comes from, we could have been out of the plan by now if we would have had some different kind of leadership. Because I swear, we see it everywhere. New Zealand, China. I saw them put the little Chinese boy. He came up to the school, sanitized the bottom of his shoes, took his stuff off, mask in the trash, sanitized his whole thing, washed his hands, and they moved him right into school, and everything was fine. So it's like, I know that this could be over.
Yep.
But it's I don't know if it's the lack of leadership, if that's the plan too, or if it's just the lack of leadership, just the lack of, he just don't give a damn. You know what I mean?
Both.
And yeah, I think it is a bit of both. So it's hard for me to determine where we're at with this right now. You know what I mean? But I do know I don't want to go back to work next week. I do know that on Monday they sent an email out stating that another person that works at our office was has the virus and won't be coming back until 8/17. This will be about the 5th or 6th person since the pandemic has started, since we've been home, that has been tested positive. So, and these are not just, and my concern, because I told you where we work, but my concern is these people handle the drugs that go to the nurses, that go to the people that are getting the chemo, right? So it's like, okay, that's a struggle, because that's a line of infection. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just that part really stresses me out. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I've been in and out of these grocery stores. I've been in and out of wherever, because DMVs, I had to go to the DMV a couple weeks ago. Little places, things where you have to be around a group of people you really don't have time for. And it's been okay.
Grocery store pickup?
I got control issues, child, and I got to pick over that stuff. I got to make sure I put my hand on it, okay? But I do know a lot of people do it though. But
not for the produce, but like for everything else,
okay. And I was wondering how you was dealing with it with the kids and stuff, because I saw that y'all did an outing this weekend or recently to the beach and stuff, which was cool. So I was wondering, well, how are you really dealing with it with the kids?
Listen, it is at the beginning, it was really a struggle, because it's just like, CJ, he's 4 and he was in daycare.
Right.
I got the cleaning company and I got the apothecary. And then the little one, Naima, will be born at the end of this month.
Right.
She doesn't really go to like a daycare, but she goes to my husband's aunt, a couple of days whenever I have to work. But in the beginning, it was really, really hectic. And now I'm to the point where, like, I just suspended all of my residential cleanings, because it's just not conducive for anybody's health for me to be going in and out of these people's houses.
Yep.
Now I'm not so much scared like for me or, Cliff, but I just, I don't want to see my kids catching nothing like that.
Right.
So
right.
At this point right now, I kind of had to force myself or change my mindset about this whole thing. Like, it's not going away anytime soon. It's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yep.
This is just what it is. It's just what you're going to have to do. So, we're doing the homeschool thing.
Yeah.
Which in the beginning was
struggle.
It was because of this, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I had to rearrange some things. I had to refocus, and I had to just literally sit down and talk to myself. And I just was like, okay, Jamila, you can do this. These are your kids. This is what it is. You got to do it. So came up with a different strategy for him that we've been doing for the past couple of weeks that seems to work. I'll just put this out there what the strategy is. For those who don't know, is I'm doing an unschooling approach.
Okay.
So the short version of that is you basically allow the child to self-direct what they would like to do for the day, and you kind of follow their lead. So not to say it doesn't have any kind of curriculum or anything like that, because he's still young, trying to figure out the world.
He's 4. I mean, that's what they're doing in kindergarten for the most. You think about kindergarten, what did we do? Who knows, right? Because, it was just 4 hours or so, and we just kind of was there, and we
played
and we ate, and
yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I'm doing. So, what better way to kick it off than to go to the beach, right? Okay. So, we went to the beach, and as for right now, I'm just kind of doing my apothecary stuff. Just kind of wake up in the morning, check my orders, see what we got to do for the day, and try to keep the kids busy as I can, and try not to be too hard on myself, because I'm known for doing that.
Listen, be nice to yourself.
Yeah.
Be nice. I got a word about that later. Don't worry about that. I got a word about that, because I have to tell my friends this all the time. I tell myself this too.
Yeah.
Because we'll do it in a heartbeat. We'll do it in a heartbeat. Punch ourselves.
You don't even realize it.
Yeah,
you don't even realize it.
Yep.
So,
right
now I'm just kind of taking it one day at a time, and one day at a time. That's it. Trying to keep all of our immune systems up. I just told my husband the other day we better enjoy the rest of the summer while we can, because when the winter time gets here, it's back to light foods, soups. So all the potatoes and all the other jazz. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
So
what's crazy is that I kind of feel like we're gonna have maybe a 2 or 3 month. What is this? August. We got about a 2-month lull here, and then things are gonna go right back to foolishness. And I'm praying not, because it'll be right in time for election day.
Listen,
right? But I don't see how this is going to get better. Not here in this country. Any other country, cool. Yeah. But this country in particular, because we have so many people who are either fed up or just don't believe or just don't care. Yeah. And I, and I had, you've seen the interaction I had with one of our classmates from high school.
Yeah.
Okay? This individual keeps on with the keep on about the mask, and then this and that, and I'm not going to be, wearing my mask because you're afraid and everything. And, okay, honey, all I have to say is that, I got written down here, Karen's, okay? Yeah. She fits the description.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on go for any Karen, because see, they're in these stores cutting up repeatedly, and I got a second job, Best Buy, the Karens and Kens come up in there with their not wanting to wear mask business situation. They come in there. The husband doesn't have a mask because the wife got a mask on. Now you got people in the store in a precarious situation because now the management's over this thing. They're like, hey, don't help them because they don't have no mask. I'm like, wait, what? Why did you let them in the store? Like,
that almost happened to me the other day. And I was on the phone with a friend. I told her it was not on purpose. I was not in the Harris Teeter.
Right.
I was super frustrated because I had been to like 3 or 4 stores. I was looking for ginger root.
Okay.
Apparently everybody's just buying up the ginger now. I don't know what the hell they're doing with the ginger. But anyway, so I just run into Harris Teeter and I didn't have my mask on and I did not feel like walking back to the car, you know.
I get it.
This old man, okay, on a breathing machine. He's following me around the store.
Uh-huh.
He waits until he hears me pause on the phone because you can never like really tell because I have my Bluetooth in. He's like, "Where's your mask?"
Now,
Jamila.
Yeah.
My friend will tell you what I told him. I was very nice to him.
Okay.
I said, "Sir, I think you need to get away from me and continue shopping, please. I did not do this on purpose. I left my mask in the car. Continue shopping. Leave me alone." But yeah, I said that to say, yeah, I try to comply, you know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I really hate the mask shit.
I hate it. I hate it too. It's not even so much that it's such an inconvenience. You legit feel like you're dying. I mean,
glasses all fogged up.
Yep. And so at Best Buy, I was working at the front of the store watching the cameras, right? Well, once they brought people back from furlough, they basically started scheduling people wherever they could get you in, you know. So I'm in the warehouse now, so I'm doing picks. So people who do online orders to come pick it up curbside or in the store or ship it, I'm picking them things, literally physically picking them, going up the ladders, getting the MacBooks, going down the ladders, getting your shit. Listen, that mask is a disaster. Up here, I'm telling you straight up, it's a disaster. I'm looking to see if I had it handy, but I don't. But it's, I mean, I don't know. And then when we do go back to work, we're going to have to work in the mask all day, sit there all day with the mask. There's no social distancing in this situation either because our office is not a situation where you can't social distance in there. So I don't know what the hell we're doing. I don't know what the hell we're going to do, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's what we got to do for right now. It is what it is. But yeah, this is really a time to be alive. If you would have told me last year that I would have thought all of this shit would be going on, I would have been like, no.
Right. Period. Like people really thought that they was moving into something good after 2019. They really said, you know what, 2020 gonna be my year. That's what they said. Meanwhile, I'm sitting like, I love 2020. Now I had some friends who went through some real fucked up shit in 2019. So I get it. For a lot of people, it was rough. And for a lot of the year, it was rough for me. But the way that shit ended, it really came through. So I was like, okay, 2019. And then, you know, but everybody was really banking on that. You know, I should have known when Kobe died. I should have known.
Oh, yeah.
I should have known then.
That's when shit really hit the fan.
That's it. That's exactly it. And what's crazy is I saw, of course, you know, a newspaper headline, you know, it was Kobe in the middle. And then over here, we trying to find a cure for coronavirus, you know, just chilling over here as we talk about Kobe, you know, and then here we are 8 months later.
This is crazy. And now I'm in the process of trying to mentally prepare myself for damn hurricane season. Because look,
because it's 2020 and you know what's happening.
we didn't leave last year because it went down like 2 days after I got out of the hospital from having Naima.
Right.
So we just went to my mom's house. You know, it wasn't that bad, right in Bluffton. But listen, I'm trying to mentally, because I mean, you can kind of see in here in my office a little bit. Like, look, I have shit.
Yeah. You're building.
Okay, like, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff?
Right.
I'm not looking forward to that. So
No.
I'm praying that we don't have to go nowhere.
Me too, honestly. Me too, because I'm gonna be honest with you. If y'all do have to go somewhere, then my family comes up here. So, and I don't have the money, the food, or the time, or the patience. Okay, period. Like straight up. Because what was that, 2-3 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago, when the last hurricane came, and then it was like, but the hurricane was slow moving, but people was here for like 3 or 4 days already, and I was like, okay, so y'all can go back home now, because the hurricane act like it don't want to come. But it's like, it was super stressful for me because I grew up as the only child in the house. My dad has other children, but me and my mother and father had me, and it was only me, and that was just that. And so for us, we had our sections of the house we was in, and everybody was to themselves, and there was no loudness, there was no ridiculous. If it was loudness, it was me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just can't handle people in my space. I really
listen. I am the same way. That's why I don't look forward to shit like this.
Right. Right.
So I try to put them kids down between 7:30 and 8. I need my time. I need my time to de-stress, decompress. Yeah. I need my time.
I get it. I get it 100%, because I mean, and that goes back to what I was going to say earlier about the being nice to yourself stuff, because we'll sit here and I think mothers go through this more so than anybody else, but the mothers will that guilt that you're not doing enough, or this could be being done, or you're chilling right now but you could be doing this, and it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? And as a single person with no responsibilities, i.e. children, I stopped that stuff in my head immediately, but then I can't imagine how it would be with children when you actually have that's a true responsibility. So it's like, man, just be nice to yourself.
Lately, especially with the second one, the second little one, I have to kind of force myself, like during nap time and stuff, to just sit down and just be. Because like if I don't, I'll just be like going. So I mean, because I get messages from people all the time, like, how do you do it? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest. I experienced that in April. It was April, because my mother went into the hospital at the end of March and came out at the beginning of April. And so I experienced that for at least 2 or 3 weeks after her, she got out. I was like constantly trying to do everything. You good. I'm in here working. I'm in here trying to cook. I'm in here trying to do this and clean and this, that, and the other. Got to walk the dog. Got to do this, and then make sure she's straight. Get her in the shower. And one day I turned around. It was maybe about a month or so later. And I was just like, damn, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it comes out of nowhere, but it's like when you're in it, you're like, this is what I gotta do. But it's like, but then I was like, you know what? You don't have to do that right now. You don't have to do that right now. You can just take a breather, because nobody's gonna beat you. There's no situation where you have to, and I think that have to in your head sometimes that's the push. And it's like, man, get that have to out of there, That's tough, man.
Really man.
Damn.
It's crazy. It's a trip. So, and I just talked to my grandma the other day, my dad's mom. So my dad, you remember, my dad was in a nursing home facility, still is. And he's in Augusta. He loves it up there too, because I guess he was in the one in Estill. And I don't think them people was doing what they're supposed to be doing. And quite frankly, I got a beef with that still. You know what I mean?
When the last time you've been to Estill, it's a mess over there.
It's been a while, because I don't go there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So he likes it in Augusta, up there. And my grandmother was kind of taking care of him. And for a while, I was going back every weekend and doing it. And then I got tired. That also was very tiresome too, because if I worked and got off on Fridays at 12:30, then I was taking maybe that afternoon to relax, getting up at 7 a.m, driving down to Hilton Head, or they live in Tarboro actually. So drive to Tarboro. So I went 321 most of the time. And and just being down there. Now Tarboro ain't got no internet, no cable, no
phone signal. Oh Lord!
So he had an antenna, so we caught some local channels. That's all we could do, baby. Okay, so. Yeah. That was a struggle, but I reconnected with my granny because it had been a while since I had talked to all of that side of the family because it was just too much happening. And I realized something about myself recently that, you have this in your mind, like you can handle this and I can compartmentalize and I can do this, that, and the other. And I realized, and I feel like it's a failure, but I know that it's not a true failure. But I feel like I failed in a sense of how I handled my dad versus how I'm handling my mom. And I know that that's not true, but that's just how I feel, so it's weird. So
you can only do what you can do, man.
I know. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you have to admit that, you have to say it out loud. Then you have to say, well, wait a minute, now that ain't true. You know what I mean? So, but it's something I constantly was dealing with. So it was nice to get that little bit of, another bit of closure, or at least be able to rectify a situation that's kind of sticking out where everything else is kind of like level.
Yeah.
That was something that was an outlier. I wanted to kind of get right with that. But.
I have like a spiritual mentor that I can kind of call and talk to her, whenever shit's feeling tight or I'm just feeling some kind of way. And
right,
he always has a good way of kind of putting things into perspective for me and kind of mellowing me out. So she helps me a lot through this too.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
that's a good thing because you need that.
Yeah,
you need that. Those different perspectives help, and because we be so tunnel vision sometimes. So,
especially in entrepreneurship. Oh Lord, that's a whole other podcast, though.
I know. Listen, I love it, and that's why I tagged you, my good Judy, Rachel, and my two cousins because y'all are doing it, and I just love it. So, and shout out to Divine. Was it Divine something?
Divine Herbs and Healing.
Boom! There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I've ordered from them, and I got my homegirl Rachel to order from them. My granny ordered some. Yeah, the sea moss, yeah. Ooh. So we had, I think we're on our second jar. My mother was taking that in her coffee in the mornings. And when she did the CT scan this past Monday, the doctor, the past week, he was surprised because he didn't hear anything in there. You know what I mean? And so he did the CT scan. He was like, everything looks really good in there. Your levels are good, this, that, and the other. So we're going to keep with the sea moss. Keep with the sea moss. And I'll put it in the grits too. So I'll make the grits, put it in the water, and then I'll put the grits in there.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's helpful. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of her for sticking to it and doing it every day because, sometimes you people will fall off, but she's been doing it. So, yeah.
Oh, my God. That is awesome.
Yes, ma'am. So I was just like really happy about that. So I need to order again. This is a pay week for me, so I'll probably be reordering and get some of that tea, too. So
yeah. Oh, yeah. Before I forget.
Okay.
Another great thing that has really been helping me out lately. CBD,
yeah.
Listen to me.
Okay. All right.
These last 2 weeks have been amazing.
Okay.
I am so chill.
Okay.
Hello.
Let me see.
I emailed the man I got it from. I was like, because I thought it was supposed to take like 15 to 30 days for it to take effect. Like, it just all depends on the person. And I was like, it's definitely helped me.
I'll have to get that information from you as well. I have some of this that I was given. A coworker of mine gave this to me. And I have used just drops, just a few drops because it's like a whole droplet situation. And a couple drops in my mouth, and it did kind of put me to sleep. But me, I like my THC, so it's a struggle for me. But I will say, I will say
I want
that
to AC too, but you know, at night after the kids go to sleep.
That's right. After they go.
I need, between the CBD and a little lemon balm tea when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
That lulls me out.
Okay. That's a good thing. And you listen, I'll get that information from you later then. Yeah. That's very good. Let me see where we at time wise, because I don't even hold up. Okay.
8:40. Yeah.
All right. I think it's a 40 to 45 minute situation, so hopefully they'll let me know or something. Who knows? Okay. I did want to talk about some shenanigans. The biggest shenanigans I want to talk about right now would be you got children. So I know for a fact that the children won't be listening to this song. Okay?
Yep.
I know they won't be listening to this song. Okay? But as a 36 going on 37-year-old woman, WAP is not a problem for me. Okay? It's not a problem for me.
Is that the one with Cardi B and them?
Yeah. And
don't shoot me. I haven't listened to it.
It's no need because let me tell you why it's no need, because it's not as bad as the people are making it. There's a song that we listen to as children at the end of every dance that happened at the rec. Okay, at the recreation center on Hilton Head, when we be hunching on these little niggas all night long. There's a beautiful song that would come on toward the end, and it was called "Put It in Your Mouth."
Oh yeah,
by Akinelli. Okay.
Listen.
And when I tell you I read those lyrics today, those lyrics are the worst thing I've read ever. Okay.
Listen.
Ever.
And we knew word for word, and sitting there like saying the words and did not have a problem with it.
Correct.
So yeah, you're right. I've been seeing the posts and stuff. I haven't really been reading all through them, but I do think some of them are a little judgmental, and I think sometimes we forget.
So that's what it is. We've forgotten. You see, or we are in a place where I have a friend, Donnell. He's got a daughter now. So now you got a daughter now. So now shit is different. No, it ain't different, sir.
I mean, UGK. Too Short was the worst.
Too Short. Tupac wasn't the greatest when he wasn't talking about, that other stuff he was talking, because there was two sides of Tupac. I Get Around was probably my favorite, and that was probably the worst.
Was Mystical.
Mystical, horrible. Is he not a rapist? He was a rapist, or is a rapist now.
To this day, I still know all the words to some of those songs. So yeah, I think we being a little judgmental.
I agree, and because at the end of the day, when I listen to it, I mean, it's got the "There's Some Hoes in the House" sample. Okay, so I appreciate the sample. The video is them, of course. They two thick ladies.
Yeah,
they twerking. They got hair, nails. It's Baps. It's Baps.
Yeah,
it's Baps in a video. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And I don't know. I just don't have a problem with it. I get some people have an issue, saying, "Hey, my kids will never." I get that, because when I was growing up, my mother said, "No Madonna, no Beavis and Butthead, and no Simpsons." That's what you couldn't in my house. So
I'll never forget when my first paycheck from KFC, I brought Ghetto D. My daddy found out. He came in the house early from work one day. Broke it in half, child.
Wow.
Broke it in half.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. Because our parents were the parents, and they raised us, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't allow the people on the TV to raise us. Like my mother used to tell me when I was a little girl. I remember this because we used to live in the gardens when I was a little girl before we moved behind the hospital. And she told me then, I might have been 3 or 4, nothing on TV is real but the news. Now, I can't even say that now to my kids. Yeah. But in the 80s, that was a legitimate thing to tell your child, for your child not to be going out here thinking that you could shoot guns and do all kinds of crazy things and there would be no repercussions. You know what I mean?
First of all, what are the kids supposed to watch. I mean, like, let's be honest, like during this whole pandemic thing right now,
yep,
the parents are stressed, the kids are stressed, the parents gotta work.
Yep.
You know, I mean, some way they gonna find it, whether they on social media, YouTube, Instagram.
Yep.
So let's just be. And I don't think nobody is. I don't see any grown adults like people saying they idolizing it, like, you know, they queens. I don't really see people doing that.
No.
I think they reading too much into it. You know, a lot of people, they have a tendency to read too much into things. They
do. And I think it also it goes into this other theory that I have going right now. Okay. And I swear I don't want to be a feminist. I swear I don't want to be a feminist because, see, you know, I swear I don't want to be, but the more I live and experience and see, the more I'm just like, you know what, these niggas is the worst. Okay. Because I really believe that it's nothing to do with the whole concept of them doing whatever. It's all about women being controlled or being dictated by man, because regardless of the race, the man feels like he has dominion over a woman. So how dare you go out here talking about how you want me to sit in your face, or me to, you know, do all this? How dare you talk about how you like sucking me and doing this and that? I want you to do that now, but no, don't talk about it. You know what I mean? And so that's my biggest issue with things right now. And, you know, when people say things like black men are the white men of the people of color, that is a very true statement, because they don't understand the power they have, one, and then two, you don't understand the oppressive nature you have because you have been treated so poorly by white people. You want to be aligned with the whites. You see what I'm saying? Treated exactly the same, as opposed to recognizing yourself as better, different, higher, whatever, right? So, yeah.
You know, David Banner said something about this, because, you know, I listen to him all the time.
That's my man.
He said, I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. I think he said, like, a lot of black people want to be white and they don't realize it. That's it. But you can't really have that conversation with a lot of people, because, you know, it's got to be broken down into like several segments and pieces, and it's just a conversation that would just get totally out of control.
Yeah, but I agree.
It's the truth.
Yeah, that's the crux of it. That's where the excuses come from. Well, they could do this to Bill Cosby, then I don't see them do. Well, wait a minute now. So if Bill Cosby drugged and raped your sister, mother, daughter, you wouldn't want him in jail? But because Harvey Weinstein might have appeared to have gotten away with it for now, you don't want Bill to go to jail now? Like, I don't understand the logic. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say that they didn't attack Bill and come and get him. Yeah, sure they did. But also, you had the material out there for them to go get you with. So that's also something that we got to consider. Now, I'm not going to allow my children or my young daughter over to Bill Cosby's house, just like I wouldn't allow my children or young daughter over to R. Kelly's home. Roman Polanski, or any of these other pedos, okay, that I think we're gonna have to talk about in part 2, okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a struggle for me to have these conversations specifically with black men, because it's hard for them to acknowledge the fact that there is fault there with you, and now you need to be able to kind of move past that and work through that. It's an immediate, you know, brick wall. Like, no. You know, you don't support black men. Wait a minute. You know,
I understand, but like the majority of them don't. And I don't care what anyone says. That is because I really feel like in this world right now, there is like a divine woman overtaken. Like, this like feminine, extreme feminine energy.
Yes.
And yeah, that's how I feel about it.
It's very true. It's very true. It's affecting everything. Yeah. And a lot of it's for the good, but some of it is not. And I can acknowledge that, and I can appreciate that too. You know what I mean? Because everybody and everything has a place. You know, so that's the thing that I think a lot of people miss when they join into these groups of being feminists or being this or being that. Like, we don't need it. No, well, easy, you know, easy. We may not need the dumb ones, but we certainly need men. We certainly need, you know, different ideas. We need the hunter. We need the gatherer, the provider. We need these things. Yeah. They need us, you know, but child.
Yeah, I don't. You know how some people can be, you know.
Yeah.
That's why with some subjects, especially on Facebook.
Oh God.
You know, I try to, you know, with the exception of a few things like birth and vaccines, of course, because you know I'm on that.
Yeah. Oh well, Putin says they got a vaccine, baby. Okay. When I saw that, I woke up this morning to that news, and I legit rolled over in my bed. I said, Putin, please, sir, please go ahead somewhere, please, sir, please.
I don't know what they're trying to do, but
me neither.
It's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm just glad they decided not to go to Africa with it like they initially wanted to, and they probably still will. For all we know, you know?
Killing a bunch of innocent people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just for experimentation, just to be first at it, or to say that you worked the hardest. It's a game. It's not a race. We don't need this. It's not a race. So
you know what they should do? They should test it on those rats like they did all the other vaccines. That's what they've been doing.
I mean,
test it on the rats.
Child. They need to do something other than messing with us. I know that much. It's just a no for me. It's a no for me. I can't even trust. I can't trust it. So, yeah, it's a no. So I even wonder the people. But what's so funny about that is the people who don't want to wear masks and believe it's fake. Oh, they ain't getting no vaccine either.
I see that now. I see that now.
They ain't getting no vaccine. Oh, hell no. They ain't doing that. So
I even read an article, I think it was towards the end of last week. I think I might have shared it on Facebook. It's not really true, but it was just interesting that the news would publish it. It was just basically saying that kind of like, you know, it could be a thing to where if you don't get the vaccine, you can't leave the country, you can't get a passport, can't buy a house, kids can't go to school, just all these stipulations. Mm-hmm. And I just was like, okay, what do they know that we don't know? And that they're publishing this article.
Right. So, I got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And we never gonna get none of them answers, but I got a lot of questions. So it's just a trip. But
it is.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. I got old notes. Hold on.
Awful. Nah,
I don't have no old notes. I think I talked about everything that I was going to talk about. I did write down Alex Trebek. You know, Alex Trebek got that stage 4 colon cancer or pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he was talking in People magazine or something about how he felt like it was a burden on his wife. And I thought it was so beautiful because people are like, well, you're married and that's what it's supposed to be. And it's true. You're married and you are supposed to take care of, you know, till death do you part. But to be honest with you, taking care of, you know, becoming a caretaker to somebody who has cancer and keeping up with appointments and keeping up with this and that. And like I have Alexa, so I got her telling me every at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. she got to take the pill, you know, this and because her memory's, you know, rough sometimes. So it's like, I get what he's saying, but you do all that I love. So I thought it was real sweet that he was even considering saying that he hates that he's a burden on the wife. Mm-hmm. Because most men don't give a fuck about that, you know?
Yeah.
They don't care.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is. So, but I'm actually just praying that by the end of the year I have a goal to have things paid down, just because I want to get a house. I'd like to get at least a 3 to 4 bedroom home so that I can have both my parents in the house, so that so they could both be with me, and then it's not him being in a facility, and then we can all kind of, you know, coexist.
Well, bless you, Millz. It's gonna happen.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, they told me that my daddy was, he had 3 months to live, and they said that in August of 2018.
Oh.
Yep.
See? You see?
So, yeah. So I feel really good about things, honestly. No matter what the doctors say, no matter what it looks like. Because, shit, April 2nd, when my mom got out of the hospital, she wore 138 pounds. So, and now she's up to 159. So, it's like things
goodness.
Yeah, things don't always, they don't always materialize stuff the way that they start. So, I've learned that over the past several months now. So, I'm just... I stay positive for the most part, but I do have my days where it's like, shit, you got to get a cry out. But otherwise, man, I'm just blessed to have this time, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good, my brother-in-law, he's, if he listens to this, he gets on my damn nerves because he knows me so well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always sending me stuff in my DMs and shit. So he sent me this video yesterday that just basically says that, if you complain and you like whining all the time and all of this jazz, then that's just basically what you're gonna attract. So like, no matter what, you just need to, I know this probably sounds cliche because everybody says it, you just need to practice gratitude and just kind of be thankful all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right.
I'm working on it, Jamal. Okay.
It's hard though. It's hard, but you realize quickly that holding on to that anger, being frustrated, all of that stuff, not only does it attract the wrong stuff, but then it gets you nowhere. It doesn't help you grow. It just stunts you, and then it's just like, man, please, and you feel worse. So I had to learn that too, because I used to be mad at the world, like, damn, why I got to go through this? Why me? But it's like, hell, who am I?
I'm the type of person, when stuff be happening to me and I hold stuff in,
mm-hmm.
then shit starts going wrong with my body.
Oh.
Like I get sick.
Yeah.
I'll get a sinus infection or some shit like that.
Yep.
So, I have to always just constantly release stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
So, and now I'm one good thing that, there's several good things that happened during this pandemic. I lied, but one great thing, I am a level 2 Reiki practitioner.
Okay.
So, you ever heard of Reiki?
I have not, but I was going to ask you.
Yeah, it's energy healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the chakras and such?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm able to do that with people face to face and like distance healing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's helped me a lot during the pandemic, just to kind of release shit, kind of calm down, because I take on a lot of other people's shit too. I never realized that until like this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
And listen, that social media will do it to you, because it's like a constant reminder, scroll up, constant reminder of either, oh man, this person's going through this, damn, or oh man, this person's an asshole, fuck, or oh man, oh, they had a baby, great, and it's a roller coaster of emotions all the time. So I understand.
I take several breaks from people on social media, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Several.
Got to.
I forget that we friends.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Because there's no value, it's,
It's great. I unfollowed several of them news stations.
Yeah.
I just couldn't take it, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know what you mean, because I start working at 7:30 in the mornings, so I would get up, do what I gotta do, walk the dog, whatever, and then sit down and turn TV on, and then the news will be on. Mm-hmm. And I realized at a certain point, I'm sitting here crying every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like feeling these people's pains, and the people with the respirators in New York and Cuomo, and it's just like, and I'm just like, okay, I got to cut this the F off. Like, there's nothing else on TV, right? But I had to cut at Netflix. Pluto TV has a nice little situation where you can just watch nothing. I mean, it's just, I had to do other things, because I was like, I can't keep hearing these same sad stories and seeing this devastation, the lack of movement, lack of leadership. Then on top of that, you got the protests and the looting, and then listen, it was rough out there. Come April, May now, that was a rough time. Okay.
I'll tell you who I listen to every morning, at least for like 5 to 10 minutes, just because he kind of gets me amped up. Gary V.
Who's that?
Gary V.
Gary V.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Do I know who this fella is?
He is, to me, he's like this little white man. Like, I feel like he's a black guy, but he's this little white Russian dude that cusses like a sailor.
Okay.
I know you probably heard of him.
Gary V as in Victor?
Yep. Vane is.
Oh, I see him.
But yeah, he is like, to me, like he kind of gets me going. He kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever I can find in the morning that will kind of pump me up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I will say that you might not have been able to really partake in a lot of these, if any, but I will say that the versus situation that they've been having on Instagram with the two artists, that when they put them playlists out, it's like next level. Like,
I need to take advantage of, you know, like, I be seeing everybody be talking about that, but man, let me tell you, I don't know. Once I put these kids to sleep,
I get it,
you know, and I get me a little drink and a little puff, like, it's lights out for me. And listen, I sleep like a brick.
I understand. Look, you got a reason to. Okay, you got little people in your house. I can't take that.
No, but I always slept hard like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the house was on fire. Like, it's bad. But I need to take advantage of the versus stuff, man, because I've been missing out on like a lot of the good ones.
I will say that.
Bill Scott, like I missed that one.
Man, you know? That was that energy that night was next level. Like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the best one probably was the Jamaican one, Beanie Man Bounty Killer, just because the energy level was so hype. And then, you know, the history between the two, they're very close. And then I saw pictures of them when they were like 18, and it's like you see them now, they're 40, and it's like it's amazing, you know. And then it's like we grew up during these times. Like, we may not have listened to reggae music or dance hall the way that, you know, there wasn't life for us, or at least for me. But like, you know, I remember some of these things, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so that was probably the best one. But the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu one is probably my go-to. That playlist goes hard. And the Alicia Keys and John Legend one was really good.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, but it's mainly because when they brought the two people together, because we had technical issues when you had people in remotely, right? But when they brought people together, and then they got that deal with Apple Music, and then listen, things are 10 times better now. So they played their live instruments, they performed, they do all kinds of cool things. I would have actually loved if Erykah Badu and Jill Scott was together. That would have been really dope. But that was the last one where they were separate, where there was no technical issues, period. The one before that was Teddy Riley and Babyface.
I saw more memes about that than anything. I was like, yo, give them a break now. You know they seniors.
They are old. I'm telling you. And I mean, here's the deal. I don't even know how to request somebody or get somebody on live, man. That's crazy. I was like, y'all up here. Them people is grown. They don't have time for this. So yeah.
I've been on that Afro beats lately though.
Yeah. Listen, I have been there since I think it was the Black Panther soundtrack that came out. Kendrick Lamar produced it, I think, and he had some really good artists on that album, and there was a few of those songs that are just truly amazing. Yeah. And so I was here for that stuff, and then of course, you know, Beyonce has come through with Black is King.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't even tell you how many times I've watched that.
I haven't watched it yet.
If I would have known that was coming on Disney Plus, I'd have signed up for that last year. Okay, all right. They could have had my money early. You understand? I will say this. I'm biased. I love Beyonce, so let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
I did not always like her. I didn't like her at all up until the Put a Ring on It because I was just like, you know, Beyonce, whatever. I thought it was a thing where, you know, she was a little bitch to the people in the group, and I was just like, whatever. But when I realized, because there's a certain point where you have to give props where props are due, and I had to do this with Mary J. Blige. I'm not a Mary fan, but I'll go into that in a minute. But when I realized that she took 5 minutes and was dancing the whole 5 minutes in heels, and then was running up here and doing this, but then singing live, and I know, because I was in the marching band, I know how your breath is set up, and it's like I said, damn, this bitch is something else, ain't she? Yeah. Ain't she? So then I started actually paying attention to her music and her moves, not just her music, just, you know, her moves. And so I was like, damn, she's actually really smart about some things. So that's dope. So, but this Black is King, The Gift soundtrack that is influenced. I'm not going to call it any of that. I'm not going to call it Afrobeats. I won't call it any of those things, because I don't think it's any of that, but it's heavily influenced by Africa. And it's a good thing. I you know, like I told you, I love Beyonce, but I was watching something the other day, and she was like, we created our own genre with this, and I said, hold on, B. No, you didn't. I said, but I understand where you were going with this, because she's a Virgo. I get it. But no, you didn't create a new genre with this. But you definitely tapped into some great musicians, and they helped you to develop this right here. And the music itself was great. Got that last year. Got that last summer. But the visuals is where she excels. So
always, and she always does. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of like it was a continuation of Homecoming. Not like they're not the same in any sense, but it's a continuation because of the way that she's created, you know. So it's like, man, please. And then it's like you think about, but then it's like you think about her getting the Disney Plus check, and then the Netflix check, the ABC check.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm with it. Do what you got to do. But it is a beautiful film, I will say. The videos for most of the songs are amazing. My favorite parts are the Scar parts. I'm a dark person sometimes, so I love Scar and that whole idea. I watched the newer Lion King a month ago or whatever, and so
that's what it is, a remake of Lion King.
It is. It's like a reimagining of Lion King with black people. It's amazing. Yeah. And yeah, so it's got a bit of it follows the Lion King story, but it's also got some sort of celestial situation popping, because the black people are not of this world at some point, but then they come to this world. It's an interesting concept, but yeah. When you get a chance, watch it. It's pretty good.
Is it on Netflix too?
It's not on Netflix. It's just on Disney Plus.
Oh shit! I ain't got Disney Plus.
Oh Lord! Well, let me get you a login. I'll get you a login.
I have it. I sure don't.
I'll get you a login, Chad. I'll get you a login. I knew I was gonna pay for Disney Plus when they started talking about it, because I'm a Marvel head, and I've seen every last one of them movies.
Yeah.
So they threw all those movies, every single one of them, on Disney Plus, and so you can legit watch 17 years worth of Marvel movies if that's your thing, you know. But
I think I do remember getting a text message or something like that from Verizon telling me I could get like 3 months free. It was a while ago though. They were giving it away for free at first. Yeah, absolutely. And but yeah, it's really good. I was impressed by it. 20 minutes in, I remember. I'm gonna tell you what happened. The ancestors woke me up at 3 a.m. that morning. Oh Lord. The ancestors woke me up because I don't even know why. It was a random Friday morning, and it came out at 3 a.m., 12 a.m. Pacific. Oh. And the ancestors woke me right up at 3:08. Okay? And you remember the time. 3:08. Because I looked, I said, damn, what time is it? Because my alarms go off at 5:45. So I was like, nah, I ain't got that much time, you know? So I'm up and I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, this day in particular had a bunch of content coming out for me. Umbrella Academy, which is my show on Netflix, I love. That came out second season. So I knew I wasn't going to watch that till Sunday. You know, I already knew that because I was going to have to work. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I turned it on Disney Plus, and I was like, it's not even up here on the little scroll. You know how like it'll be like on the main page. I said, I got to search for it.
And so I searched for it and I hit play on that bad boy. And 20 minutes in, I was like, I had to pause. I said, "Ooh, this too much." It's too much. And then I, continued on and watched the rest and everything. So, but it's good. I'm trying to get my mama to watch it with me, but she's a bit finicky. So we don't know how that'll go. But yeah, she did a very good job. And the most impressive part about it, I think, is the fact that she put everybody in them credits. Everybody got a damn credit. It's thousands of Africans got credit on Black is King, and that is a major thing for them when they take away this situation from this project and then try to go and work on other stuff. You can say you worked on Black is King, which is at this point fairly critically acclaimed. Barely, we'll see. That bodes well for those people. I think all of the people that she wore, like all of her costumes was from African designers and stuff like that. So it was a very blackety black event, and I was happy about it. So, but I tried to keep my excitement to myself, because I do feel like as an older individual, I could chill out about that. I look at some of these young people and they're just like, "Oh, Beyonce," and I'm like, listen, bitch, I understand, because I agree, but come on. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I
don't get to watch too much TV too often, because the toddler are always trying to hog it. But
yeah,
me and Cliff did watch The Last Dance with the Michael Jordan.
Yes.
That was really good.
It's really good. I watched it twice.
But
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, it helped me to understand.
Yeah.
Yes. But do you not remember that story of his daddy? And did that shit not come right back to you like that? You didn't? Oh my God. I remembered because they had the house in Hilton Head and the house was in Wexford. And I remember because our friend Jessica, remember Jessica Rowe?
Yes. Yeah.
That house was right next to Jessica Rowe's house. And yes. And so
I remember them now on the documentary saying, I didn't know if they had said Hilton Head or not. I just remember them saying him going to somewhere Head to play golf. And I was like, Cliff, did they just say Hilton Head? Because, we didn't have the volume up real high because he was asleep. But they probably said Hilton. Oh.
They did. She was like, the wife was like, we knew he was at the Hilton Head house still, and I was like, okay. But I remember that very well because my parents were very much, my daddy specifically, he was into this. He was just like, what is going on? And then when they did find him, it was because the guys had made a call from the car cell phone. Like it was like a dumb criminal thing, obviously. And my dad was just like, yeah, they scoped him out and they did this and they did that. And I was like, my God. So I remember it like it was yesterday. And I was just like, man, that's the worst shit ever. But what I didn't realize was how close he was and how much he depended on. Yeah. That's what I didn't realize. Because it's Michael Jordan. So you didn't think that, but everybody's got somebody, you know what I mean? Or everybody needs somebody,
that was really his best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really sad.
Yeah, that was a good documentary.
It was. I love that whole Dennis Rodman stuff because he's from where where we're from too. His granddad is actually from Ridgeland, so
What?
Yes.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, his dad, Mr. Rodman. My family actually used to call him Mr. Rodman, and he lived like right around the corner from my great grandmother over in Wagon Branch, and so yes.
Where is Dennis Rodman from?
I don't exactly remember. I think he's from like a more southern state or something like but his granddaddy was from South Carolina. I have to look it up and see, but so I remember that. And when Mr. Rodman died, Dennis came to the funeral, and I believe it was right there in Richmond and there was a big old write-up in the paper when he died, and it was like, Mr. Rodman died, and I was like, okay, yeah. So it's just a crazy situation, and but I enjoyed all of that shit because I remembered all of that stuff. I remember him dressing in the wild wedding dressing bag.
Yeah. Oh God.
Dennis was crazy. He was crazy. So yeah.
What's that lady name?
Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was all in the 90s, all over right there. So it was good. I agree with you. I really loved it, and I thought that it gave a good insight to Michael Jordan. It didn't make him a great, like you said, he was an asshole. It didn't make him look great, but it showed the truth, and I can appreciate the truth over making him look great. You know.
Yeah. It's another one I want to see that I thought somebody shared on Facebook about and I can't find it. A basketball star from Coney Island. You heard about that one?
No.
I don't know his name, but I think one of my cousins shared it. But when I find out what the name of it is,
okay,
I'll text you. But it's from New York.
Okay. Mm-hmm. True. Yeah, I love them kind of things. I when it was coming on ESPN, I knew they was gonna move it up because see, that thing wasn't supposed to come out until after the finals this year, but then Corona hit. Oh. So yeah, they weren't gonna put that out until June 2nd or something like that. Yeah, so when everything stopped, I said, y'all gonna move that up, and shit. 2 weeks later, they talking about April. I said, yeah, I knew y'all was gonna have to because there ain't shit else on TV. And they actually had been filming. They had been filming up until like the week before it aired, trying to get all the interviews together to rush it to get it. So that's why I was impressed that it was still good because I was like, I know y'all rushed, but it was good. The Kobe episode was good. That was a good episode where Michael Jordan's last All-Star game, but was Kobe's first, and that whole idea was just wow. And the way he talked about Kobe, oh man, that Laker boy, you know, he gonna do this, and he just doing what you did, brother. You did it 15 years ago. He's doing the same thing, you know. So I would imagine it would be like a dad looking back at his youngest kid, like, damn, this one's just like me, huh? Damn, you know what I mean? So. Yeah. So
yeah, that's good. I enjoyed that. I wouldn't mind watching that again.
Yeah, it was a good one. It's a good one. I put it on to go to sleep. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I like a good show, documentary, or something like that I can put on and then take me right on to sleep. I do that with my Umbrella Academy. I do that with any. Oh, Bad Boys for Life. That's a damn good one to go to sleep on. You're welcome. That's real good. That's a real good one. Man, I just rewatched that this weekend because it's on Stars now. So I was like, all right, let me see. Because I mean, I saw it in January when it came out. So you know, you don't remember. There's been a lot of life since then. So, but you know, listen, I think that we
reached our time. No way.
Hold on. What? Oh, okay. Y'all ain't even talking about 9. Okay. Sorry, my bad. I'm over here trying to see if they're trying to cut us off. They haven't. I don't know the rules at all, honestly. I know that I got the free.
Set a timer on it.
Huh?
I didn't even know you could set a timer on it.
I don't think that you can. I just thought that they said it's a 40-minute thing. Whatever. It don't matter. We'll just keep going if it shuts down. But that's really... You know, but that's really all I had, honestly. It's been a fantastic combo, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to get with you about the Ricky stuff though, because
yeah,
it's like the crystals and stuff too, right?
Yeah, man. Okay. It's just the Ricky kind of it just removes stagnant energy in your body. All that bad stuff, the baggage. Yeah. And it kind of has a tendency to bring stuff forward that you've never dealt with. So sometimes it'll bring up some emotions and stuff like that, which is a good thing. Some people might consider it bad, but it's always good. So, but all in all, I always tell people Reiki is just love.
I got you.
Healing and love. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. I'm thinking about trying to come down there to that on that August 22nd to the thing.
Oh, the Gullah Market.
Yeah, I really want to. I really want to come down and just do something fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Be around people. Yeah. Jesus, you know. So I'm considering it, and I might have to like ask my homegirl Rachel if she'd like to come with her stuff, like her candles and all that stuff, you know.
Listen, yeah, you should probably reach out to Benicia for her.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think they're still accepting vendors until the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, man.
Yeah, a lot of people out there you haven't seen in a while.
I know.
It's amazing to see all of these Black businesses out here, young and old. It's just
I saw the pictures.
Excited about it.
Yeah, y'all did it a couple of weeks ago, and I saw the pictures, and I was like, damn, everybody was out there, and I swear I'm trying to get me a plate from Authentic Bites. I mean, I'm just saying, Niecy.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Oh man. Yeah, she doing it. She really is.
It looks amazing. I know it tastes good. I just know it do. I gotta get me some. And I need to get some of Courtney Pate, some of her cakes and such. Try some of that.
Listen, we got some cupcakes from her.
Mm-hmm. Man,
I ate 3 in less than an hour.
I'm
a bit stressed. That was a little stressed.
But it looks so good, man. Those cheesecakes you be making. Man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I got a sweet tooth.
Yeah. I got to get rid of the sweet tooth, too, because, this ain't going to be no good come the wintertime.
Nope.
Gotta cut it off. I might try to do me a little detox at the end of September. I don't know.
Well, you know, I actually have been blessed because during this quarantine time, your girl has lost a significant amount of weight. I don't know how.
Really?
I don't know how. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do know it was a little bit of stress, right?
Yeah.
But more eating multiple times a day. Making sure I got that breakfast in me, cooking, making sure she good. So I have to cook, you know, and not eating out as much.
Yeah.
Not doing all of these, you know what I'm saying? Then that is it. And then that CMOS game came in. And so that.
Wait, no, it's the CMOS because they say that helps with weight loss.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
That's what it was once I got the CMOS. But it took me about a month while I was into quarantine to even get to the CMOS because I didn't get the CMOS until they were like, oh, your mom's got the thing in her lung and it's the mucus. And I was like, oh, we got to get this mucus out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I got it then. And I think that was about the end of April, probably the beginning of May. But I will attribute that to the weight loss as well because I mean it's been consistently coming off. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got a neck, child.
I might need to order that like tomorrow then. Shoot, because I've been doing intermittent fasting and it helps.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like I need to drop some more pounds.
It's been helpful. It's been real helpful. It suppresses that appetite, and then of course it's got all the. It does. I don't get hungry honestly until you know. That's I'm just saying, and I have to. Now I will say, I mean I have to be super duper hungry, but at the same time, I don't be getting hungry like that. I don't do a ridiculous amount of snacking. Like I got these Almond Joy candy bars over here that I haven't opened and I had them for a few days now. And I normally would do stuff like that. Keep it around me so that I can say, well, you don't need that. You don't need that. You know what I mean? And
I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
You look like your face looks bright.
Yeah.
All in this area here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Let me order me some damn CMOS.
Better get it, man. You better get it. You know, you can use it on your face because I think my homegirl Rachel uses hers on her face for her complexion. It's good for eczema, all that kind of stuff too. But she uses it as a facial situation. And I think she's pleased with that too. But I think it takes a little while to see some results. But I think ingesting it comes right back on out because both me and my mother's skin looks and feels really good, all of that kind of stuff. So I will attest to it. I ain't gonna scream too loud about it because I don't want everybody knowing about it. But at the same time, I do want everybody knowing about it because I want people to be able to heal. But at the same time, what you don't want is for big pharma or whatever to come in and screw it. You know what I mean? So that's what you don't want. But at the same time, that it's been doing well for us over here. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need to order some. I'm sold.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And it tastes like nothing. So I think my homegirl Rachel takes it directly from the jar. Yeah.
Oh.
I think she does that. I'm not that, listen, the texture is not it for me. So I had to mix that into something else and just drink it up and keep it pushing. But
it's like applesauce?
Huh?
Kind of like applesauce?
The texture of it?
Yeah.
No, it's kind of like a Jell-O that's been sitting out a bit. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's a Jell-O-ish, gelatinish. Yeah.
No.
So that's why I like to put it in the water and let it dissolve. I'll do some tea as well and put it in there. Put the hot water in and you let it sit, stir it up for a bit, and it's not. You don't even see it anymore. You definitely don't taste it. And my mom loves it in her coffee. She does. So.
Okay, yeah, I need to order some of that.
Yes,
I don't know why I'm so reluctant. I think I was just worried about getting a bad batch from somebody, man, because, I had a couple of people told me that I got some bad batches, and I was like, man,
Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I will say the second jar I got did seem like a better batch than the first. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think it had nothing to do with her. I think it had everything to do with USPS. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah. And it took a while for me to even get to the post office because that was like right at the point where, everybody want to go into the post office, but then they can only let 5 people in at a time. The line is long. So I had to really be strategic about when I could go because I can't stay in line for an hour. I got to work, So, so that was the first issue. So I think it kind of got warm and it got liquidy, and then they had to go back in the refrigerator and then get, So I think that's what that problem was. But the second one, I got it almost immediately, threw it in the fridge, and I ordered it for me and my grandmother, and it was a better consistency. It was much better. So
cool. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna get on that. Yeah, I'm gonna order something this week.
Go ahead, Chair. Go ahead, make it happen. Hey, let me know how it goes, because I'll tell you.
We all need it.
Yeah, we do. Every last one of us, and it's helping. I do still have some of your elderberry syrup in the refrigerator. Okay. Now, is it still good to take?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking. Yeah.
As long as it's still in the refrigerator, because the issue is if you don't keep it in the refrigerator because it has honey in it, it'll ferment. Yeah. Not saying that like fermentation is a bad thing, because fermented foods are good. Because my fire cider is fermented. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, you still good to go. Okay, good. Because I'm gonna have to start in on that now to get ready for this Sarpan winter that's coming. Yeah, girl, it's gonna be a rough one. Hang on. Yep, I'll probably get some more orders in from you for that, because we're gonna have to make sure she's taking that daily to make sure she's good. But other than that, better though, man. She don't gain weight and stuff. That's good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was very stressed about her weight loss, because her legs were so skinny. It looked like little sticks. That's the way it did. I was like, my God, mommy, I ain't never seen her that small before. Not ever. Really? It was horrible. But I was just like, Mom, you look fine. Everything's good. But she was very thin, and it was fairly scary. But I knew that she needed grits. I knew she needed mashed potatoes, things like that, to really get heavy. What she loved though? It really helps on like all the time. Them little Marie Callender pot pies. Oh, right. Yeah. Those, first of all, them things is next level. I didn't have a single clue they was that good. The KFC? Because KFC, it was better than KFC because it's bigger, and it's got, listen, and then the beef one,
I ate the chicken, the broccoli and chicken, cheese and bacon one the other day. My God. I said, what is this? I said, where I been at?
Oh, Lord.
Man, please. So I'm about to get some of them for when we go back to work so I can at least have those for lunch. Because what I'm not going to be doing is eating y'all community food. Okay. And going down to y'all community break.
You know, they're about to start back having the potlucks because they don't want y'all to leave.
See here? No, thank you. Okay. Thanks, but no thanks. Because at our office, we're a doctor's office, and the salespeople, you know, they provide lunch for us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna catch me eating that until 2021 at least, at minimum, because I don't have time. And then it's the people that go in there and they want to pick over the food before people get in there. All y'all nasty. All y'all nasty.
Ow. And it's another thing, for all the listeners. My daddy told me this because he's been working in healthcare at the Hilton Head Hospital for like 36 years. Mm-hmm. A sneeze travels up to 50 feet.
Oh my God. Oh.
Let's just keep that in mind.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
So when people like to do them big old ass sneezes, you know, and don't cover their mouth, listen, that stuff is flying everywhere.
Oh, God. I don't even like the whole idea or notion of coughing into your elbow because, I mean, what about all of this up underneath your elbow? What about that part?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yes, I get it. But that's devastating news that your daddy dropped my review on TV. Thank you very much for that. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, girl. I'll never forget when he told me that.
Wow.
Yeah.
A trip. Oof. God bless the people in the hospitals. Which
you need no more, girl. He done retired about a month ago.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's real good. Let's see here. I don't know how it would be with people that work on the front lines. I have a little cousin, Tyler, who works in New York as a nurse, and she just graduated from Miami. She went to University of Miami for her BSN, and she just graduated last year, and she's so young, and I'm just like, Jesus, I hope she'll be all right. And she's fine, you know, but you just got to pray about it and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
But lots of family members that are in the front lines or who have had COVID already. I think about maybe 10 members of my family who have been either exposed or infected with COVID. And the worst one was my Uncle Larry. He was up in New York, and it was this was during the time when niggas was dying in New York. Like, and we were terrified. We were like, well, so what's going on? And, his fever wouldn't go away for like a week or two, and he didn't ever go to the hospital, but it was still really, really bad. So he came through that. And I think Larry's like, he's not even 50. So I was glad that he was able to come through that. And then he's a corrections officer at Sing Sing. Okay. So it's like, yo, so
be careful for real.
Yeah, it's stressful. So, we just try to make sure all the family is good. They had a 4th of July gathering planned, but that got quickly canceled because that was around the time when the South Carolina numbers was doubling and tripling. So that was canceled. So I haven't seen the family all year. Not a bad thing. But it'd be nice to see some of them. So
they'll be all right.
They will. Yes, they will. You know how it is. So,
yep.
But anyway, well, we'll go ahead and wrap it on up. How about we try to schedule this at least once a month? That'd be cool. How about that?
Yeah, I can do that. Mm-hmm. We still gotta do part 2, right?
Yeah, because we're gonna have to talk about the goddamn Pizzagate and the hot dogs and the hamburgers and the pizza. Because listen to me and listen good. It's stressful. I went down this rabbit hole of that, and it's a name for it, and I can't remember the name, but I will find it. But basically, the people that drink the blood, of the children that they've tortured, and then when you drink too much blood, then it's like a vessel in the eye, And then it's like you see all of these pictures of all these celebrities, politicians that had this black eye, this random black eye. And it's like, where y'all been getting them black eyes from? So
listen,
we gonna talk about it.
Yeah, sometimes when I read some of that stuff, I'm just like, no, this is not true. And then I'll just close my laptop on my phone. And then like months later, it'll resurface.
Yep.
And I'll be like, damn, that really was true.
Right. And the most painful part for me is acknowledging and realizing that it's a lot of them, and it's some of my faves. And it's, I mean, it's Barack Obama. It's some of your faves, and you're like, how is this really life? So easy, Alexa. See how the government, how the government acting. See how the government acting. Alexa, stop. Boy,
I'm gonna tell you who I think
the CIA
wants to expose all of them. I think Chris Brown wants to expose all of them, but I don't know if you noticed, but he is just real quiet on his Instagram.
Very.
He posts sometimes, but he's just not as active as he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, when he does post, he'll post stuff like 444. Like, and he'll, numbers and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on with him lately, but yeah,
it's a lot because it's the 444 stuff, right? Then there's the it's the talk about the Illuminati. Sure, we can, you can put the Illuminati in there. I'm a person that doesn't believe the Illuminati will allow black people in it, so I kind of subscribe to a different idea of how these things go. But it's kind of akin to how, when Me Too was going on. Yep. And you have all the men's and Charlie Rose and all of these guys, and you're like, whoa, really? You out here doing that? Common? You out here doing that? Right? And it's like, but then you really have to just realize, and it's a realization I had to come to. I had to even look at my own daddy. You probably was extremely inappropriate with some woman at some point in your life, because that's just the way that it was. And you didn't mean nothing by it, but, it just is what it is. You have to, it's like people don't want to go there because that's too close, but it's like you have to look at it. It's like, it's all of them. It's all of them. You know what I'm saying? And you think about our daddies, okay? I love my daddy. My daddy was a great provider. He was a great daddy. But my daddy was a looker as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on now. So I'm just saying. And then when you consider that our parents, we're like a generation or two away from a normalization of domestic violence and abuse in the household. You know what I mean? Like, that's normal. So when my dad could come out his face and say, well, I ain't beating you, so what's the problem? I'm sorry. That's standard. So that's the kind of stuff. It's like when you really think about it and hear the words and understand it, especially as a grown woman, I mean, you have to say that, wow, I love my daddy. Daddy, I believe that you possibly could have been inappropriate one way or another with women, be my mother or anybody else. You know what I mean? And they may be checked you, and that was that. But the fact is that it happened. It had to happen. So, and it, and you don't want to go calling everybody a rapist. You don't want to go calling everybody a abuser, but at the same time, it just is what it is, because it was never easy for women to deal with it and to be abused and to be terrorized at work or at home or whatever. That's never the concern. The concern is always, well, what about his career? Well, what about her?
Okay.
What about her mental? What about her now changed idea and perception of reality as it pertains to what a man truly wants and deserves and needs from you? Like, so it's akin to that. So I have to look at these politicians and these celebrities and these people who made it to these massive heights of success. I would love to believe
billions of dollars.
Yeah, I would love to believe that a lot of people got there by hard work and dedication. That happened. But at the end of the day, you know, your boy Justin Bieber even said he was a victim of Pizzagate. So if Justin Bieber wasn't, you know Usher was. Yeah. Because Diddy turned him out. But nobody wants to talk about that.
You think so?
I know so. They talked about it. I remember remember when VH1 had the making the not making the band. It was behind the music.
Yeah.
Behind the music. It was an Usher thing. Usher's mother sent him up to New York to live with Puffy as he was 12, 13.
Yes.
At that time, Puffy was pretty much grooming him, getting him, having sex with these women, doing all these things. Because again, just like your boy Boosie a couple of months ago, okay, after he went radio silent, when he admitted that he had some grown woman take his 13-year-old sons and nephews' virginity, because y'all need to be able to know what what sex feels like early, so that you don't This is what men do to young boys. Exactly. Isn't that Devin? Thank you. Okay, exactly. So it's like, man, come on. So you know that it goes all the way down the next generation. So unfortunately, I know Usher was not treated good as a child. I know he was put in positions that he had no business being put in. Usher could have had herpes when he was a teenager. We would never know. We would never know. We wouldn't know when he came.
This?
Huh?
How did I miss that?
I'm not real sure. But these stories, sadly, have been going on and on and on in New York about Diddy for a long time. The stories about him being gay, the stories about him, making a choice of whether it was going to be like the Illuminati or like the child stuff. Like there's like different levels of an abomination to be successful, apparently. And he went the gay route and kid route.
Wow. Messed that man up. Great.
So then it's like, well, who did that to him? Andre Harrell?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, where does it start?
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Where does it start? Where does it end? You see what I'm saying? So,
what kind of mess they got going on?
Hey, your man Quincy Jones let it slip for several years ago because he's old now. He don't care. Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor used to get it popping. So it's like, where does it start? Where does it end? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're going to definitely dive into this on part 2.
Yeah, and before we do, it sounds like I need to do some homework.
Child, it's intense stuff. It's intense stuff. So it's just, it just goes back to the hurt people. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, nobody gets a pass. You're not excused, but somebody had to do this to you for you to be like, oh, this is what we need to be doing. You know what I mean? So, or you had to, witness that somehow, some way. It's like, you think about all of the guys when he would do Making the Band and he was putting the groups together, the singers and stuff. Look at that. All of them were so cute, wasn't they? They were so attractive, weren't they? Weren't they too attractive to you? Yeah. Too light skinned, too attractive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They had the little Diddy dye hair thing they had popping after they got it popping. You get your little dye hair in there, your little wave pack. You do rag and such. I'm telling you, man.
Please. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I feel like I dropped a bomb on you, but I just
yes, because I did not know that one.
Yeah. It's a lot of things, and it's concerning. So we gonna get the time set up for this,
definitely,
and we'll continue this on.
Yeah,
my Lord, I tell you.
So yeah, all the conspiracy. I shouldn't call them conspiracy theorists, but that's what they call us.
That's what they call us. Yeah.
Tune in.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, well, I'll go ahead and shut her down. I'll email this over to you.
Okay.
Well, you can upload. I'll email it to you. You can upload it on yours, and then we'll just do it that way, and we'll get the schedule for part 2.
Cool. Works.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.
And that girl. Why do I want to keep saying a girl called Boom? It's that girl.
That girl named Boom.
My God. Then it's called. It's named, not called. How about this? I'm Jamila for MillzSpeakz, and I'm gonna let you be Jamila for yours. Go ahead.
I'm Jamila from That Girl Named Boom.
Boom. There it is. There it is. All right, y'all. Holla. We'll see y'all next time.
All right.
Later.